Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. As y'all can see, we got a couple of new things going on. As y'all can see, we got a new backdrop, baby. We got a new backdrop. Okay, same kind of style, just a whole different color, which makes a huge difference, obviously. I don't have a wig on today. We rocking the real hair. You know, yes, I got hair up under them wigs, y'all. I got hair up under them wigs. And then obviously your girl got her nails done. Honey, I haven't had my nails done in a minute. Okay, I wasn't even feeling like myself, but yes, we got them done today. I don't know if y'all can see that. I just got the new pink and white ombre going on. So yeah, in today's video we are going to be doing a Q&A. I asked y'all on my Instagram to ask me a couple of questions, just some things that y'all wanted to know. So that's what we are going to be reading off of today. So let me go to Instagram. Some of them I have wrote down because I didn't want it to expire, but it still has like 2 hours left, so I'll just read a couple off of here. So yeah, let's get straight into it. Okay, the first question is, how did you prepare for motherhood? So, oh, this is a good question. Preparing for motherhood was a little bit of a challenge for me mentally, because I didn't know if I'd be a good mom. Not saying that I didn't have the nurturing skills or anything like that. It was just, I mean, I feel like everybody goes through that moment where they have self-doubt, especially when it comes to raising a whole nother human being, you know, because I know I've made my mistakes before in the past. I know, you know what I'm saying, I've had all these bad decisions. So it's like, how do you raise somebody to not make bad decisions, but how do you know what I'm saying, teach them certain things? And so for a while I had a lot of self-doubt. I didn't know if I'd make a good mom or not. So I struggled mentally with that, of course, when I was pregnant, and then a lot after I had her. I went through postpartum depression a little bit. So like I would just overthink things and just everything like that. And then of course you have to think about, this is my first child, so you know what I'm saying. But thankfully I had the support that I did. I had my mom, my whole family, my sisters, you know, I had everybody to support me and be there for me. So that wasn't a huge challenge because I knew I had a really good support system. What foundation do you use? I use the Fenty Beauty Soft Matte Longwear Foundation in 450, which is basically deep dark with neutral undertones. I had a lot of people ask the same question. A lot of people kind of worded it different, but the basic question is, where do you see yourself in 5 years? So my 5-year plan is to definitely have my YouTube prosper in a major way. Like I want my YouTube to succeed so well. Like I want it to do really good. I want to be able to call myself a beauty guru, and you know what I'm saying, put out good content and just be somebody that's fun to watch, enjoyable to watch, that, you know, do good makeup, that does, wow, that was so country, but that does really good makeup tutorials, that's relatable, that can basically interact with you guys, you know. So I have a lot of plans for my YouTube over the next 5 years. I want to move to Atlanta. A lot of people don't know that, but I plan on moving to Atlanta within the next year and a half. So that's a major goal of mine. continue to, you know, whoa, wow. Continue to be a good mother. Every day I learn something new about motherhood. So basically just continuing to improve myself and, you know, things like that in that particular area. I want to buy my mom a house and retire my mom. I feel like that's a goal that everybody kind of has for their parents or, you know, their mom or whatever. But that's something I've always wanted to do. That's something I've always told my mom I wanted to do for her, is to buy her a house and basically retire her, like, to where she never has to work again. Because if anybody that knows me knows that my mom is like my rock. That's my queen. Honestly, that's literally the only way I can put that. But like, my mom is my everything. So I want to show my appreciation for everything that she's done for me and basically retire her, like she never has to work again, because she's done so much for me growing up, providing for me and just doing things for me, having my needs and my wants, you know what I'm saying? And being a single black mom, I know it was hard, you know. So I just want to show her my gratitude and my appreciation and just take care of her, of course. Moving on to the next question. What is the difference between high-end and drugstore? So, in my opinion, I feel like everybody's opinions varies kind of when it comes to this question. In my opinion, drugstore and high-end, the only difference is really the price. So, let me rephrase. I don't think I said that right. Let me clarify that. That's the word. So, what I'm saying is, it's a lot of high-end products that you can find drugstore dupes for, and they're literally the exact same. And not a lot of times the drugstore product is way better than the high-end product. So for example, the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer, a lot of people say that the dupe for that is the Elf Putty Primer. I don't know if that's the correct name, but a lot of people say that that's a really good dupe for that. And the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer is like $60 when the Elf is like $5-6. So, you know, that's a huge price difference. For it to kind of be the same exact thing, I'd obviously go for the cheaper product. Unless you have $60 to blow on a primer, then, hey, I don't. So, I'll stick to the dupe for it. So, but don't get me wrong, a lot of things I honestly feel like you should kind of splurge on, just because, I mean, when you go the cheaper route for certain things, it shows, like, in a major way. So for instance, I chose to go for high end when it comes to like my skincare. When it comes to my skincare, I will spend the money for good skincare. Like, a lot of my skincare products are Ole Henriksen, and a lot of people know Ole Henriksen is not cheap. Not cheap at all. I mean, I kind of spend money when it comes to my skincare just because my skin is super duper important to me. Like, I like for my skin to look flawless all the time when I'm not wearing makeup, and I like it to look even more flawless when I am wearing makeup. So I tend to spend the money when it comes to like my actual skincare. Are you single? No. No. So some of these questions, I was going to say it at the beginning, some of these questions I answered in my chit chat Get Ready With Me. I'll link it on the screen for y'all if y'all want to go and watch that. What's your daughter's name? She's so pretty. Her name is Chloe. I named her Chloe. Well, actually my aunt, I was texting my aunt when I like got it like confirmed, like at the doctor, that I was pregnant. I was texting her, you know, telling her everything that was going on, and I was trying to come up with the name or whatever, and then one of the names she said was Chloe. So I was like, wow, that's so pretty. So I ended up choosing Chloe. And then her middle name's Latrice. That's my youngest sister, that's her middle name. So they share a middle name. So yeah, that's her name. Who is your best friend? My best friend is Brianna. I've known her since 3rd grade, and we went from elementary school to middle school to high school to college, and still best friends to this day. And she's also my daughter's godmother. So yeah, shout out to you, Breezy. How do you stay in shape? I'm not in shape. I am not in shape, y'all. I am the furthest thing from in shape. I'm trying to lose weight right now. Like, as we speak. I have my waist trainer on as I'm filming. Like, I am not in shape at all. And it's so sad because I really want to be in shape. Like, I want to be consistent, like, when it comes to, like, working out and eating right. And it's just so hard, y'all. It is so hard to stay in shape. Like, y'all just don't understand. But I'm trying to do better right now. I'm trying to eat right, not eat too much, because I feel like that's one of my major problems. I feel like that's why my weight fluctuates the way it does, is because I tend to overeat. So I have like a really big breakfast, and then I'll turn around and have a couple of snacks, and then I'll have a really big lunch, and then I'll just snack until dinner, and I'll overeat when it comes to dinner. Like, I'll feel myself getting full, but it'll be like, but I want to finish, you know? So I'll have a pretty hefty dinner, and then I'll snack all through the night until I fall asleep, and then turn around and do it again. So I feel like that's why my weight fluctuates the way it does, because like sometimes I'll be doing really good, like I'll be losing weight and doing really good, and then I'll gain it right back. So I'm trying to be consistent now. I'm trying to diet better. I'm trying to eat better, drink plenty of water, which I drink plenty of water, but I'm trying to hit my gallon a day, if that makes sense. So like, I used to drink lots of water, but I never hit the gallon mark. So now I'm trying to hit my gallon a day mark when it comes to water. So I'm trying to, you know, I'm going through some lifestyle changes. I'm trying to better myself. I'm trying to switch everything. So once I figure out how to stay in shape, I will let y'all know. I'll make a whole video about it, okay? I promise you. I promise you. Do you like being a bartender? I love being a bartender. I love being a bartender, y'all. Like, I feel like, so I turned 21 last August, and I became a bartender in November. Yeah, November. So I didn't really know like the specifics when it came to alcohol. Like, what is this vodka, is this rum, is this bourbon? Like, I did not know the specifics when it came to bartending. So I was really scared at first when I started, because, you know, like you see in the movies or whatever, when people go to a bar and they'll say something like, let me get a dirty martini straight up, or chilled, or like, and I'd be like, what? Like, what does that mean? Like, I was so scared that somebody would come up to the bar and say something like that, and I'd just be like, what is that? And they'll look at me like, you're the bartender. But like, people don't order stuff. Like, we very rarely have people that order things like that at the bar. 9 times out of 10, they're just ordering like a margarita, or, you know, a Crown straight up, or something like that. So, but I love being a bartender. I love interacting with all kind of people. And then of course, when people drink, they're a lot more friendlier, depending on the person. Because I have experienced people who drink and they just become aggressive. So but most of the time, people who sit at my bar, they're really friendly, they're really nice, they're fun to talk to, and they tip hella good. Like, they tip hella good. So I mean, I have a good time, they have a good time, they tip well, we all leave happy. So love being a bartender. If y'all, you know, get the opportunity to be a bartender, go for it because you're gonna love it. What is your favorite eyeshadow palette at the moment? Oh, jeez, my favorite eyeshadow palette at the moment. My favorite eyeshadow palette at the moment would probably have to be my Jaclyn Hill and Morphe, the Volume 1 palette. I think that's my favorite palette right now, just because I had been wanting it for so long. Y'all, I've wanted this palette for at least a good year or two, and I had never gotten it because the first couple of times that I was going to get it, they were sold out, which, you know, understandable. They were always sold out at my Ulta, and I could never get it. And I try and order it online and they'd be sold out as well, like on the Ulta website and the Morphe website. I was never able to get it. So for a while I was like, forget it, like, and I just kind of stopped thinking about it. And then one day I was in Ulta and I seen that they had one, so I was like, I'm finna get it. I'm about to get it. And then I think it was on sale, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was on sale at the time, so I was like, yeah, I'm definitely about to get it. Like, nothing is gonna stop me from getting this palette now. So I got it, I used it, and I fell in love with it. Like, it's such an amazing palette. It's so versatile. Like, you can have so many looks with that one palette, and of course it's a giant palette, so you know what I'm saying. Really cute palette, and it works well for me, honey. How do you deal with fake friends? Oh, I've honestly, I'm trying to figure out the best way to say this, like, that doesn't sound, so I've never had a situation where I've had to deal with a fake friend. Now, I've had situations where I've fallen out with a friend just for various reasons, but it's never been because I felt like they were doing something shady or they were doing something fake towards me. So I've never really had that issue, not that I can think of. But I feel like when it comes to fake friends, you just kind of have to let it go. Like, you have to realize what friendships are worth fighting for and which friendships are kind of like, I'd rather just not have them as a friend. I mean, I've went through those instances before where I feel like, is this friendship even worth fighting for? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, are we benefiting each other? Not saying like, you know, me and my friend has to buy each other something every few days, but like, are we benefiting each other mentally, spiritually? Like, you know, so sometimes the friendship just isn't worth fighting for anymore, so you can let it go, and it doesn't even have to be on bad terms, which a lot of people fail to understand. A lot of people feel like if y'all are no longer friends, that y'all are enemies, and that's not the case. Like, I still want any friend that I've had before or anything like that, I still want the best for those friends. Like, I genuinely still want the best for those friends, because at the end of the day, we were friends at one point. So why would I wish ill on you or wish bad on you? Like, that's not even you know, I'm not the type of person to do that. So I feel like you know, you just kind of have to know when to let go. If it's a situation where y'all were butting heads, like y'all got into an argument and y'all were just both heated and y'all haven't talked to each other, sometimes you need to cool down before you talk to your friend. I had a friend, before we got into a really, really heated argument, we didn't talk for a year. And then we made up and everything was better. But if we were to talk the day after our argument or the week after our argument, it wouldn't have, you know, we probably wouldn't have been friends again, you know, because we would have still been everything would have still been fresh. We still would have been saying things that hurt each other's feelings. So yeah, you just kind of have to learn when to let go, when to fight for the friendship. But if me and my friend have a disagreement about something, I just kind of let it, you know, fade out for a while so that the argument can die down. Jeez. And when I feel like that we both be able to talk with a level head, I go and talk to that friend, because I really don't like losing somebody I care about. I mean, sometimes it's kind of inevitable, like you just have to. Sometimes some people are just here for lessons, so sometimes it's inevitable, but for the most part, I prefer not to lose somebody that I care about. So a lot of my friendships I fight for even when I don't need to. So I'm still kind of learning when to fight for the relationship and when to let it go too. So yeah, that's the best advice I can give you about that. But yeah, those are all the questions for today. Thank y'all for watching. Make sure y'all like this video, comment, subscribe if you're not already. And make sure y'all turn that notification bell on so y'all can be notified every time I upload. And yeah, that is all for this video. Thank y'all for watching if y'all made it this far. So yeah, thank y'all. Bye.